Okay, exercise number 10. So let's draw our rectangle, and then we'll add on the little round bit on the side, and then we'll make a few little cutouts. So sketch, I'm going to draw from the top, and I'm going to draw that whole, just the rectangle section. So not the side bit with the little curvy side. So I'm going to go 102. I'm not sure what the width is yet, so let's figure that out. So this one here, looking at our drawing, should be 14 plus 48 plus, I'm going to call it another 14. So let's do that. 14 plus 48 plus 14. So I'm going to assume those two little rectangles are both 14 and they're the same, which gives me 76. Finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude him and drag him up. So bring him around. I'm going to drag him up 52. So there is my rectangle. Now we start cutting out a few things. So I can start this face here. I can go for a sketch in here as a rectangle. And I can dimension him. So we can say he's 28. And he is 48. And he's 14 from that corner. I'm going to extrude him down, but not all the way. I'm only going to come down the 26. Now, a couple things here. You'll notice that as I drag that, so let's go extrude, it changes to minus because we're actually going down, kind of like plus and minus on a Cartesian plane. So if I type in 26, it actually adds it. So what I want to type in is minus 26. So just be careful. Enter. And then we need to chop out the front bit here again. So we go sketch on that face. We're going to grab our rectangle. We're going to go from that corner to this edge over here. And it's going to be 28 minus 14 deep, which is actually just 14. There's my rectangle. This one gets extruded all the way down. So there's my little step cutout. So now I can either add on the curvy bit on the edge here or cut out this oval bit. So let's do our last cutout. So create a new sketch. And this is going to need to be in the middle. And we're going to need to go 30, 20, radius of 12. So let's start with a rectangle. And our rectangle is going to be 30 long. Tab. And it's going to be 24 wide. Where does that 24 come from? Well, on your drawing, there's a big arrow to the circular bit of the oval that says R12. R means radius. So the radius of that circle is 12. A radius is half of the width of a circle. So then we know our rectangle needs to be 2 times 12 or 24 wide. So that is where the 24 comes from if you're a little bit confused. And then we need to dimension it in relation to our side and top. So it's going to be 20 from the edge and 30 long. And then this way it needs to be in the middle. So if I had 14 plus 48 plus 14 minus 24. And then I actually want to put that in brackets and divide it by 2. Well, so essentially I'm doing this plus this plus this minus the 24 and then dividing that in 2. So I have this distance here and this distance here. If that's a little confusing, just use the number 26, it's fine. I then just need to draw my radiuses here and here. So how do we draw a curve? If we come to create, I can come down. There's lots of different ways to draw a curve. So I'm going to go to arc. I'll go a 3 point. So I'm going to go corner to corner. And then I can come out and place my arc wherever I'd like it. So in this case, let's do that. Corner click, and we'll just choose there. I'm then going to dimension this. So if I just click on that, it will let me choose my radius straight away. So 12, radius of 12 as well. And there is my shape. I could, if I wanted to, trim and get rid of these lines so it's not confusing. But you can see it's not happy because we've now taken out some of that information. So let's undo that and put it back in. Click Finish Sketch. I just have to be careful when I extrude that I select all three of them. And we're going down minus 12. All right. We then just need to draw this last little shape on the outside here. So sketch. This time we want to sketch on the bottom. So we need to come in here and we need to choose that one there. So it's actually the bottom plane. So just be careful. And we're going to sketch off the side here. So we could go with our arc again. Could we do a 3-point arc? Probably not, because we don't really know where our points are. Let's just draw a rectangle, and then I'm going to show you a sneaky little trick. So if I draw a rectangle all the way up there, it needs to be 26 wide, which that rectangle is now 26 wide. And it is 102 long, as it needs to be. What we're going to do is we're just going to do that. We're going to extrude our rectangle up how far? It needs to be 52 minus 26 because we don't have a number for bottom up. We have a number for top down. So it's 52 minus 26. There's my rectangle. Now, we know that it needs to be a radius of 26 on this corner. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use the fillet tool. So the fillet tool means we can create like a round over on a square edge. So instead of drawing my arc and then extruding it, I've extruded my rectangle and I'm going to create a fillet on this corner. And if I come up here and type in 26, you'll see it changes it to a nice radius of 26. And then I can select another one. So if I go back down into my fillet and double click, I can also choose this line here. Well, let's add a new one and make him 26 as well. Okay. And there are my two fillets at 26, and my shape is now finished.